Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, July 18th, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Yesterday, Anne Arundel County Police announced that they have made a second arrest in the death of Neris Bonilla Palacios. Bonilla Palacios' body was discovered near Quiet Waters Park back in October of 2017. This is believed to be an MS-13 related gang killing. Police arrested Brandon Rancinos Guardado, 22, of the 1300 block of Superior Street in Rockville, Maryland. He was currently incarcerated down in Louisiana on separate charges. He was extradited to Maryland, and on the 16th, he was charged with first and second degree murder of Bonilla Palacios. He's currently being held without bond in the Anne Arundel County Detention Center on Jennifer Road. Now, his is the second arrest made in that case, and on June 18th, 17-year-old Marcos Antonio Melendez-Gamez was arrested and charged in the murder as well. It is still a very active investigation, and if anybody has any more information, please call the police at 410-222-4731. Ward 1 Alderwoman Ellie Tierney sent out a burglary notice to her constituents yesterday, and I'm going to read this verbatim. I have received a call from Corporal Amy Miguez this morning. After midnight last evening, a reported home burglary occurred in a rental approximately 100 block of East Street. Her dog was alerted, and allegedly the suspect was found in a closet and ran out wearing ninja attire and armed. All is under investigation. It will be in today's police report. As a precaution, and as always, please secure all windows and lock your doors, even when you go out to walk your dog, which is when this allegedly happened. When I know more, I will communicate. Now, apparently this happened Monday into Tuesday, and it did not appear in the city's police report. So apparently you need to be careful. There are ninjas running around Annapolis that are armed. Just after we released our daily news brief yesterday, Anne Arundel County Fire Department responded to the Navy Federal Credit Union on Annapolis Road in Severn for 3 workers who had become sick with symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning. When they arrived, they found actually 12 workers that had been doing renovations inside the bank since 5 a.m. Carbon monoxide levels read as high as 850 parts per million, and anything above 800 parts per million can cause headache, nausea, and dizziness after 45 minutes of exposure, collapse and unconsciousness after 1 hour, and death within 2 to 3 hours. The source of the carbon monoxide was identified as a propane-powered saw that the workers were using. All 12 of them, ranging in age from 22 to 55, were transported. Half went to R. Adams Cowley Shock Trauma. The other half went to the University of Maryland Hospital, all with serious injuries. Some good news out of the Hogan administration. Yesterday, they announced $600,000 in grants for historic preservation projects across Maryland. Even better news for Annapolis. $100,000 of that goes to the Hammond Harwood house, and that funding will assist in the restoration of windows and ceilings in the historic structure. And another $100,000 is going to go to the Thomas Point Shoal Lighthouse, and that will go into the rehabilitation of the exterior steel and iron foundation of the National Historic Landmark. Other projects around the state are the Stone House at Historic Elk Landing in Elkton, the Easton Armory in Easton, Union Mills Homestead and the Shriver Grist Mill in Westminster, the Wallace Office Building in Cambridge, and the Clifton Mansion in Baltimore City. That's about it for today's top news. Please make sure you're checking in on eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it pretty consistently. Also, please recommend this daily news brief to your friends and colleagues. It is much appreciated. Now stay tuned. We have George Young with your local DMV weather coming right up after this brief message from Kegs and Corks.
Don't miss the best event of the summer. Get your tickets now for the 7th Annual Cakes and Corks Festival at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds Saturday, August 18th from 1 to 7 p.m. Tickets benefit the Special Olympics of Maryland and include a souvenir glass, unlimited wine and beer samples, plus live music including headliner Kristen and the Noise. Sample over 80 Maryland wines, 40 craft beers, plus vendors like like wine cream, wine slushies, and desserts made with craft beer. Buy your ticket today at cakesandcorksfest.com for noon entry, cakesandcorksfest.com.
This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. We've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, July 18th. We had some hefty storms move through the region yesterday as a cold front moved through from west to east, and the reward of that frontal boundary pushing across the region will be cooler temps and much less humidity than Monday and Tuesday as high pressure builds back in overhead. So look for sunshine and 83 to 88 degrees for highs today through Friday, with no real chance for rain again until maybe the weekend when another front moves into the area. And looking ahead a bit, there are some signs from various maps and models that point to a potentially wet finish to the month of July, so stay tuned for updates on that as summer continues towards its second half. Okay, that's it for today. Make it a great day out there, and be sure to follow DMV Weather anywhere, all the time at dmvweather.com or on social media via Twitter or Facebook, or especially on our free app that you can download from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store on all of your devices by searching for DC MDVA Weather, so you can always stay weather informed. But remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
Here's to the teacher who spends her weekend helping children who need a little extra attention. To the soldier who missed the birth of his baby while serving overseas. To the EMT working full-time and taking night classes. To the police officers and firefighters working long hours away from their families to keep our families safe. Here's to you, our hometown heroes. I'm Alan Hyatt, Chairman and President of Severn Bank, and we know there are many heroes among us, men and women who serve without expecting anything in return, which is why we're honored to offer our Hometown Heroes program to educators, law enforcement officers, firefighters, first responders, healthcare workers, and military personnel. Whether you're opening a checking account or buying a new home, we're here to give back to you. Learn more about our Hometown Heroes program at severnbank.com. Severn Bank, here with you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.